My name is Dr. Kasper BORMANS. I'll be presenting my PhD work at the KU Leuven University under the title Memory Strategies as Conversational Techniques for Caregivers in Alzheimer's Disease. From a social science perspective, dementia is not only about memory loss, but also about communication loss. How can you give the persons around people living with dementia new instruments to find the dialogue with the other person? It's difficult to find ways to communicate, but perhaps in the memory strategy field, there are some valuable conversational techniques as well. So one of the methods we developed is how to use the method of Loki or memory palace to build the bridge to people with dementia. Let me explain you how we did this. So a memory strategy is a well-known instrument to boost memory, but you can also use these techniques as a conversational instrument. So the method of Loki or memory palace is actually a very easy memory strategy. It's based on the idea that you walk through a well-known route, like the house you call home. You go through several rooms, and at every object that's very visual and standing at the same point, like a television set or a staircase, you can anchor or attach the information you would like to remember. And at the end, you just re-walk this route and all the images come automatically to you. So for instance, the house you saw turning around a minute ago, imagine this is the house my grandfather is considering to be his house or his home. I could ask him, okay, to what object do you link my grandmother? And he could reply, grandmother's name is Julienne. It reminds me of julienne soup, and therefore I link her face, her name, to the object of a soup bowl. So originally my plan was I go to a person living with dementia, and with a group of architects, we take the memory palace out of the mind and place it in their hands. So the visualization process becomes more easy. And the main goal is to remember the names of loved ones longer. But during the trajectory of my PhD, I noticed that dementia is not only memory loss, there is also communication loss. So it broadened my field of how to look at these memory strategies. So how can you also have a beneficial impact on what they see as the hidden victims of the disease? As a carer, as a family member, as a caregiver, it's not easy to communicate. And how can you use a memory palace? Obviously, I'm not able to go to every person with dementia with a group of architects building a 3D scale model. So I bumped on this problem, and I went to a virtual reality conference, and they always advised me, you have to use the real reality, because the realer it is, the better the effects are. So these insights brought my research in a rapid current forward. Like, why not use the real reality? So we came up with a mobile application. It's called Memory Home. If you want to, you can test it also for free of charge. So Memory Home invites a person with dementia to come up with a certain route through his known environment. And at every object, they are invited to tell positive stories about loved ones. And the important thing is that the main goal is not to boost memory, but it gives the co-walker, so the hidden victim of the disease, a new way of communicating. So we turn the hidden victims around to hidden resources. In our study, the main findings, we trained a lot of carers to build these memory palaces, and at a regular basis, they performed these walks in real reality. So they stood up from their chairs and walked through their house, and we were interested in finding out what the impact was on quality of life, feeling connected, and on other dimensions. So well, our main finding is that dementia is more than memory loss. There's also communication loss. So as a researcher, it can be of value to see dementia not only as the diminishing connection between brain cells, but also as the diminishing connection between human beings, and how can we boost these processes. So memory strategies could be a valuable instrument in fighting the hidden victims of disease to build the bridge to the other person. And we know from our research and the reactions of our participants that people who walk their memory palace at regular intervals, they report to be more joyful, more active, and feeling more connected. So thank you for inspiring me. I hope I did the same for you. Feel free to contact me at all times, and I wish you a nice conference. Thank you.